was the president of the Monticello Association, which is a group of the lineal descendants of Thomas Jefferson. But I think what's unique about us is that we actually own the graveyard of Monticello. We, as lineal descendants, have an undivided property interest in the graveyard at Monticello. And the Monticello Association essentially has been formed to administer the graveyard and provide for burial. And we have 3 or 4 burials there every year. It's about 3/4 of an acre in size. And as I said, we're still burying people, and many of us will be buried there. This issue on Hemings, we have always kept records of who are lineal descendants of Thomas Jefferson. And so when the DNA results came out in November 1998, we were, several of the Hemings asked to apply for membership, and they wanted to be buried in the graveyard. And so the question we had was, are these descendants of Sally Hemings, do they meet the criteria for membership in the family? As I said, we're the acknowledged descendants. There was a lot of pressure, that was an understatement, about letting the Hemings into the family. Here's sort of a quote that was certainly in the press. If the white Jeffersons just let the black Hemings into the family, what a great example that would be to help heal the racial divide in this country. In other words, forget the facts, forget whether they're entitled to be buried, just do the right thing and set an example. We didn't think that was the appropriate response. What we did was we formed a membership advisory committee to study the issue. The burden of proof is on the people that want to prove paternity. So we took the view of, all right, if you want to be members of the family, you are the ones that need to show us that you're descendants of Thomas Jefferson. So what did the Heritage Society do? A group of people got together, and like any responsible group, and this had been done before, Warren Commission, 9/11 Commission, they commissioned a group of independent scholars to spend a year to study the issue. And that's, in fact, what they did. And you'll hear more about that later today. There were 13 members. They had complete independence. They treated all groups equally, the Heritage Society, the Monticello Association, and the Memorial Foundation. They sought to obtain new evidence. You can see a list of the reputable people that were on this, all Jefferson scholars, many PhDs, many of them chair professors at their university, and none of them many of them didn't have a preconceived notion about the paternity issue. They kept working. They wrote a common opinion, and then each person had an opportunity to write their own separate views. This was released on the eve of Thomas Jefferson's birthday at the Press Club in Washington, D.C., and they concluded that there's serious skepticism about whether Thomas Jefferson's paternity of Sally Hemings' children is true or not. And that was very persuasive to the family.